Good morning, Spiritual Life Center. Welcome to the SLC Sunday Experience. You are in the right place at the right time, and your soul is welcome here. We're going to sing about that, right, Larry?
That's right. Good morning, and your soul is always welcome here. Let's sing it together. Here we go. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. In the right place, I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be in my soul. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. And I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Your soul is welcome. Your soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. And I am just where I am meant to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. And I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. And I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm getting the message. Getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. No, my soul. What?
Was that me?
That's not the whole song.
Larry wasn't finished yet.
Okay, that was interesting. Oh, very exuberant group here today. Good morning, Reverend Deborah. Good to see you this morning. Indeed, our souls are welcome here. No matter how the song ends, our souls are always welcome here.
Good morning, Reverend James. Okay, we're having fun. And we greet you this morning in the name of all that is good, all that is holy, and all that is sacred, and in the warm and loving energy of this community, Spiritual Life Center. Spiritual Life Center honors all people worshiping in churches, mosques, temples, stone circles, and the beautiful temples of nature, because we know that there is no space that God does not grace. And if you're with us for the very first time today, whether you are watching us online or visiting or here with us in person, we especially want to welcome you, because we know that you are not here by accident. We know that every single one of us is here by
Divine appointment.
And we're always so glad and grateful to get together on a Sunday morning, and that joy extends to when you silence your electronic devices. And please refrain from flash photography during the service.
Well, let's keep our appointment with that presence. A presence that as always awaits us and is there whenever we need it. It can never leave us or forsake us at any time. Sometimes we leave from it, but we can always come back home to the presence. And as we do, we begin to ignite the truth of who and what we are. We remember who and what we have come here to be. For all of us have a unique process, a unique thing to contribute to the lives of all those around us, to our world. And we're grateful to come to a place that helps us remember that. So we connect with that presence to first and foremost have that foundation of being one with the presence, starting off with the divine love itself, which is that power that's beyond words that holds everything together. And behind that, there are all the offsprings of that presence, the peace that passes all understanding, the joy that is limitless, health and wholeness and vitality and vigor and zeal and everything that is good and perfect, it is there. And we are one with it. We come from that presence. And so we're here to radiate that everywhere that we go so that we can say without a doubt that when you see us, you see the presence that sent us. For this presence and I and all of us are one. So we're grateful to be the vessels, the vehicles, the instruments of this presence as we anchor and spread the all good that this presence is, and we are as well. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen. Well, we have a very important mission, a purpose here at our Spiritual Life Center, and it's reflected in our mission statement. And I invite you to join in as we affirm it together. To transform lives, to make a positive difference in the world, as we love, serve, and remember. And we carry out that mission as we embody these 5 universal principles to the best of our ability. Again, let's speak them aloud together. God is absolute good and everywhere present. People are inherently good. Thoughts create our experiences. Prayer and meditation are how we connect with God, and we must take action.
Well, you know, we've had a lot of action over the last several weeks, and so we're going to take it a little easy again this Wednesday, and it's going to be the community meal, and with no program afterwards. But hey, you know what? We can have a lot of fun just having some good salad and chatting for an hour or so. So we'd love to see you there at 6 o'clock.
And it'll be a wonderful time had by all. Also, just for those, anyone who was here for the spring clean yesterday, well, I want to thank all of you because for being here. You got the place spick and span, and that was on top of the steam washing. What do they call it? That
Power wash.
What do they call it? Pressure washing. See, you know, when you're up here, sometimes those things just don't come right away. You know, and maybe it's because I'm also maturing. But I want to thank especially for Patty Peters. She was the coordinator to help bring it all together. I don't know where she's here this service. She was here the first service. She's probably getting ready for the annual meeting, doing something there. But just thank her when you see her. She does so much, and we're so grateful for her presence here. And I forgot to mention something. I got out of order. But that's okay. It's one of those days. The jewelry sale. I think I got the PowerPoint person is probably all confused now. That's all right. Well, let me go back up. The jewelry sale is coming. The jewelry sale is coming. Where's somebody now? I want to thank Reverend Janae for coordinating the jewelry sale starting next Sunday and then also the following Sunday, and all the proceeds will go there to support our Youth of Unity program.
And of course, we have Matt. I already started to say Vat Minuti. Okay. We're doing really well up here today. Matt Venuti is an award-winning multi-instrumental composer known for soul-stirring acoustic and electronic music with innovative instruments that he was among the very first to explore. He will be here on May 16th, and we have a video that tells you much more than I could ever say about him. this inspiring and internal experience are available at the Hub, and of course you can always purchase them online as well. And the Women's Retreat, this is a first annual Women's Retreat, is going to be happening on November 14th to 16th, and they're calling it Nourishing Body, Mind, and Spirit. I had trouble at the other service too with nourishing. I need some work. I guess I need to do some work around that. Anyway, there's limited space available. You can sign up for it, and if it sells out, they're going to have a wait list. So you really want to get into that now because it is going to sell out very soon.
Yes, it will. And each month we have an update from our Board of Trustees, and we're having our April update. So we're going to have Reverend Janae Marth going to give us our Board of Trustees update. Also kind of like a preview of what's going to happen at our annual meeting.
Thank you. Good morning.
Morning.
I bring a warm hello from your Board of Trustees. And first up, I wanted to give you an update on our minister search process. We have completed both site visits, and I want to thank all of you who took the time to complete the feedback forms for both the workshops and for the Sunday service. We've received and reviewed the feedback for both candidates. On Wednesday of this week, the 23rd, a final feedback form was sent via email by our board president, Josie Johnson. If you're on our mailing list, you should have received this email with a link to the final questionnaire. We want to know which candidate you are willing to support as our senior minister here at Spiritual Life Center. If you don't have a preference, you can mark that you would support either candidate or both candidates. And if you do have a preference, we'd like for you to let us know what that is. We would prefer to have your feedback online, but if you don't receive the email or you didn't, for whatever reason, can't do it online, there's a table out in the courtyard, and Monica Hart will be there after service today, and you can fill out a hard copy. We'd like you to fill out just one form. So if you haven't, please do that today. You have until this coming Wednesday, April the 30th, to give us your feedback on that. And once that's completed, the board will begin their discernment process. And we'd like to ask all of you to keep us in your prayers. Whenever we go through a change like this, there's always differing views and opinions and perspectives. And we want you to know that this is a decision that we're not taking lightly. Our Wow Wednesday service on Wednesday, May 7th, will be a meditative prayer service to hold space for this decision. And I'd like to invite all of you to be with us for that. Reverend Deborah will have more details about that next Sunday. And I'd also just like to extend another huge thank you to our search committee, led by Carolyn Cochran, was Monica Hart and Carol Manson, Naomi Monders, and Paul Sanchez and Donna Sturla. We really, truly couldn't have done this without them, and we are so grateful. Yes, thank you. Thank you. My last big announcement is our annual meeting is being held today after this service from 1:15 to 2:45, and we would love to have you all attend. We'll be going over our current financials and more of what we've been working on here. But the big thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be voting for installing new board members. We have 5 amazing candidates, and you can find pictures of them and their bios on our webpage under the About tab if you select new board members. So you can go check those out, and we hope that you will attend and vote for this group of amazing people who have agreed to step up and serve on our board this coming year. So, and just because I have the mic, I'm going to take an extra second. I just want to thank you all for all the jewelry that you've donated. I have an office full of stuff I'll be going through this week. So I welcome you all next Sunday. It's going to be fabulous as ever. So thank you for that. And thank you for all the ways that you continue to support our ministry. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rev.
And of course, every week we remind you that there are many activities that foster transformation here at Spiritual Life Center. So check out our small groups and other offerings. You can go out to the courtyard, look at the bulletin board, chat with the ladies at the hub, and of course, go to the website. It's all there.
And of course, we do come to those activities for, among other things, to make connections with other folks on the path. But we don't have to wait for a special event for that to happen. You can connect with someone right here, right now. So in a manner that feels comfortable for you, just turn to a friend or a friend-to-be and just say you are marvelous and glad you are here.
All right, please stay standing, and we're going to do a little starting our day with love, with peace, with joy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
Start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. When I start my day with love, when I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. Love, love, love. Start
Good night.
Wonderful. Please be seated. Now, as we settle into our chairs, let's take a nice deep breath together. And let's speak together our vision statement. Spiritual Life Center is a loving, vibrant family that welcomes home all people and accepts everyone, no exceptions, weaving ancient spiritual traditions with emerging wisdom. We cultivate a spiritual deepening with the divine, each other, and our planet. Now let's sing this beautiful chant written by our dear friend Richard Burdick. God is here. God is now.
God is here, God is now, God is all. God is the life within my heart. So I see and I feel and I know all is perfect and right in my world. God is here, God is now, God is all. God is the life within my heart. So I see and I feel and I know all is perfect and right in my world. God is here, God is now, God is all. God is the life within my heart. So I see and I feel and I know all is perfect and right. All is perfect and right. All is perfect and right in my world.
We remember that God is here and now and always. And I invite you to become comfortable in your seat as you embody that truth. And if you desire, just let your palms rest on your lap or on your thighs in a way that helps promote relaxation throughout your body temple. And breathe slowly and quietly. In and out your nose. And guide your attention to your breath as you inhale and exhale. And let each exhale of breath be at least as long as each breath inward. And move towards a breath that reflects all the qualities you like to see in your mind. Qualities of divine love, patience, steadiness, spaciousness, and ease and grace. Deepen those qualities as you zero in on your breathing. And as you breathe in, have an attention that's not too tight, not too loose, just right. And let your mind act as the noticer or the witness. Again, it too is not too active, not too dull, but just right. It's the awareness that tells you when you've drifted apart from your attention to your breath. It's an awareness that guides you back to mindfulness. Continue in this way, watching your breath and noticing when your attention is on it. You'll notice when you're on the breath and your attention wanes. And when it gets distracted, return to the breath as many times as you need to. And as you do, eventually you will notice that even the watcher needs a little part of the mind to watch it too. So with a third part of your mind, notice whether you are still or not. Notice if you're still aware of your mindfulness on the breath. Is the witness part of your mind doing its job? There's a third part of the mind that notices that. It's where it watches the watcher, who's watching the watcher, and so on. And back and forth it goes. Follow for a moment this sensation of moving further back, deeper into the origins of awareness. Where is or who is the original witness? Rest in the spaciousness of that awareness. Keep resting in the sensation of spaciousness, open awareness. And let us do that in the silence of our being for a few moments. remember this state. And know you can go there anytime you want. You can go there to spend as much time as you'd like to in this state of infinite potential, where there's limitless awareness, limitless wide open space, limitless presence. So it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
There are moments in the grief when you won't know what they mean. Still you travel and try, you laugh and you cry, till you finally know why. There's a lesson in every goodbye. One day you will see it's true. Every vision comes skating to you. The truth looks you in the eye, and it sounds like a lullaby as it tells you with a sigh. There's a lesson in every goodbye. Oh, no one can say there's only one way, but you've got an answer for today. Hold it real close, you're getting so close, and right now is the most you'll ever know. So take the lesson well between heaven and what we call hell. There's a place where you can fly, or a space where you can try, where love's the law we abide, and the lessons in
Thank you, Laurie. A lesson in every goodbye is a lesson in every hello as well. And thank you, Reverend James, for your beautiful meditation. We don't get to listen to you do that very often. It was an honor. So a few weeks ago, Reverend Rick Bellis was here, and he gave a talk called Lessons from the Laughing Buddha. And he, oh good, this isn't working, I love it. Now, I had come up with this title before he gave us his title, and I thought, okay, so this is going to be redundant, and but I can find my way around that, and I think I did sort of, So you've all heard, or maybe of you heard this term, before Enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After Enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. And like I said, many of you have probably heard this saying, and like me, you have probably sagely nodded your head like you really understood what that meant. And we probably did, to a certain extent, understand it, but unless we understand what enlightenment is, we're probably going to miss part of that message. You know, we live in a culture that likes to live big. More is better. Supersize that, please. You know, when we think of enlightenment, there is a tendency to think in terms of all or nothing. In other words, we think of enlightenment as a one-time, huge, blow-your-mind experience that changes your life forever and gets rid of all of your challenges. Now, we come by this honestly because the majority of enlightenment stories that we hear are bigger than life. I call this the road to Damascus syndrome. Now, you know, Reverend James has the Bible according to Trapp, and I have the Bible according to Deborah. So, to paraphrase and shorten the story, Saul had been persecuting Christians and, in general, not being a very nice guy. And as he and his party were traveling to Damascus, something happened, and a bright light appeared and threw the whole party to the ground, everybody that he was traveling with. And then Saul, or Paul, received a message from the being that he identified as Jesus, who essentially told him to get over himself. And for Saul, this was a fully mystical experience that changed him forever. And there are scores of self-help books on the market written by people who had one of those huge experiences. Their heart fully opened and their lives changed in an instant. And it's wonderful that people share those stories because they give us hope and insight. On the other hand, they also may be setting us up for unrealistic expectations. One of the definitions of enlightenment is, and I think the one that we most think of, in Buddhism, it is a final blessed state marked by the absence of desire or suffering. So, like I said, when viewed in this way, the idea of enlightenment sets up unrealistic expectations, because as long as we are in these bodies doing this earth frame existence, we will face challenges. And just so you know that when I say the word earth frame, my inspiration calls this earth frame. This is the earth frame frame of reference. So earth frame. Life in earth frame is a process, not a destination. That means that if we think in terms of a final settlement, a destination, at worst, we will feel like failures. At best, we will walk around in deep disappointment. So it also implies that you can have one enlightening experience, one per person, get your coupon here. Okay, now that I tore that apart, let's put it back together. To be enlightened means to expand your understanding of something. I'm sure you've had a conversation with someone who wasn't getting what you were saying, and they might say to you, "It enlightened me." Now, sometimes they say that nicely, and sometimes they don't. But they're saying, "Expand my understanding." Spiritual enlightenment is another way of expanding our consciousness, our understanding of our beingness. And it can happen all at once in a flash. But it often comes to us in bits and pieces here and there. And not everyone has had that moment of being taken out of the world for a oneness moment. But I will bet that every one of you has had a sudden moment of insight that shifted your vision, but it was so small or fleeting that you would not think it was really a self-help book worthy experience. And afterwards, when you come back from that moment, the earth frame is still here in all its glory. For people who have these big experiences, this can be very annoying because they can see how life can be, and they feel the interconnectedness, and life keeps going on. So honestly, sometimes getting it in dribs and drabs is less frustrating. Anyway, okay, so the chop wood, carry water thing. I was thinking about talking about being ordinary. And so I thought I was being really creative and different, and I looked up some of the insights that people have about the chop wood, carry water saying, and sure enough, they use the word ordinary right there in front of everybody. That even after you have seen a higher vision and embraced that higher vision, life goes on. Well, drat, right? I saw God. I'm special. I'm different. I'm just set aside just for God. And we do that partly because our ego likes the strokes, but also because these stories that the experiencers tell, it elevates them to a higher status, and sometimes we end up even worshiping them. Because we live in a culture where status is important. And I guess the goal here, though, is to become fully aware of ourselves, and that's selves with a capital S, our callings, and be at peace with living in an ordinary world. One of my favorite Sandra Bullock movie is called Hope Floats. It's a romantic comedy, and it has all of the standard tropes. Girl comes back to the small town, conflict with townspeople and family, and of course the total hunk of a dude who hates her, who she hates and then loves. It's all there. But this movie carries a deep message as well. The main character, her name is Birdie, and she grew up in this small southern town, and she was a star. She was the queen of corn 3 years running. And a quote from the movie is a feat unsurpassed in the history of Smithville. She dated and married the football star. And then they moved away to the big city where she lost herself trying to be someone she wasn't, trying to be who she thought her husband wanted her to be. And then, of course, in the trope, he cheats, drama ensues. She moves back to Smithville with her 10-year-old daughter. And that's, of course, where the story really begins, is when she moves home. She is confronted by people who resented her when she was in high school. And she has conflict with her mother. All, again, the standard stuff. What makes this story different is that we don't just watch Birdie. They take us through her internal process. We go through it with her. Her denial, her meltdown, her disappointment in herself. This story doesn't gloss over any of that. And if you have seen this movie, you know there is a heart-wrenching scene where her daughter has a complete and total hysterical breakdown as she watches her father drive off into the driveway. I cry every time I've seen this movie several times. I even want to cry talking about it now. Birdie sits there on the porch watching this happen and letting it happen. And then after the father drives off and the girl is just there in the driveway having a meltdown, she calmly walks down, picks up her daughter, and carries her into the house. In the next scene is they're lying on a bed together, and Birdie is comforting her daughter, and then she delivers the movie's message. She says, you know, I always thought I was going to be, I don't know, special, but I'm not. I'm just an ordinary person, and that's okay, because you make me special. I know, right? Birdie has experienced a moment of enlightenment. She sees that what makes life special is the love that we have for each other. That being special doesn't mean we're better than others. It means that we're connected. Ordinary means that life is in order. I often mention that of the 12 powers, my go-to is divine order, because for me that covers everything. When I feel challenged, I affirm divine order prevails, and then I let go of what is not mine, and I can focus on what I can do in a situation. Being ordinary means that we are in the flow rather than in resistance. But being ordinary doesn't mean that we're blah nothings either. And as I was thinking about this, it occurred to me that while everyday life requires that we do everyday things, we all have our own unique wood and water to chop and carry. We are exactly alike, you and I. At the same time, each of us is called to be in the world in a different or special way. And here we can use the word special because one definition of special is specific. Some are called to do things that are more apparent, more out there in the world than others. Our musicians are a good example of this. We think they are special, first because they are so good at what they do. But they also understand this is because their calling is so specialized. So we set them apart as being special. But what if you don't feel like you have a calling or a passion? I once had a conversation with a woman, and I think we were talking about all those books, the self-help books that find your passion, and then your life will be perfect. And she said she didn't have any special passion. She had no outstanding calling. She said, I just raised my daughter. She said, and she liked to work with older people, and just in a general way to get through around her day. And she kept using the word just, as in only. Well, I observed that she did an amazing job with her child, and like Bernice, the child makes the mother special. Also, this person did work with older people years ago. I mean, she had started years ago, before it was a thing and before it was absolutely necessary like it is now. She was actually ahead of the crowd. Now, neither thing she was talking about are things that at which I would excel. And I am not musically gifted. You will never experience me standing up here singing like James did last week. You're welcome. James and I are exactly alike in that we are ministers, and we both tap into the stream of the unseen for our inspiration. But the way it flows through each of us is very different. And James is a senior minister, which is a multifaceted position. I am an associate minister. My job is to hold down the fort while everybody else goes out into the world and, strikes wherever they need to. Everyone has a specialty. Everyone has their own wood and water to tend. And maybe you don't have a certain passion to follow. Maybe you're a generalist. Or maybe you're retired and all you want to do is get up in the morning and then meander through your day. And if that's you, I simply ask that you meander to the very best of your ability. Your meandering can help me slow down. It can help me step back from the chaos of the world. Your general engagement in the world fills in the gaps that the specialists skip over. Your specialty is a gift to those who don't have that ability or passion. Everyone contributes, both with their unique wood and water and their general beingness in this world. And when we have a mystical event in our lives, it is a sign that we're tuned in and we're ready to take a leap in consciousness. Even if that event is small, momentary, we are changed in some way, and we see the world differently. We experience it differently. We're still the same person, perhaps maybe a little more open-hearted or clearer in our thinking. The world around us continues, and sometimes after experiencing a major insight, the world bugs us for a while because we see how things can be different. The challenge there is to reintegrate into the world. And one way I do this is to remind myself that life goes on no matter what is happening in my life. The other day, I was driving down Fulton, and I was coming up on probably, El Camino or something, and across the intersection on the other side of the road, there was a fire engine and 1 or 2 police cars. And I just realized, because I was thinking about this talk, I couldn't see what was happening, but I knew and I understood that some people over there were having a major experience, while the rest of us, me and all the other cars, were just going on about life, and I turned right and went up the street, and those people continued to have their experience. It's not that we don't care. Whatever was happening was not my wood. It was not my water. That belonged to someone else. Down. Thank you, Cameron. It comes down to this. We tend to think that being spiritual means we are somehow above the trials and tribulations of this world to never experience them again. As Reverend Bellis mentioned, no matter how much we grow, stuff keeps coming around because our wood and water are ours to carry as long as we occupy space on this earth. They are our teachers. How we treat our wood and water, how we care for them, how we respond to the way they show up in our lives is all up to us. And so I will leave you with 3 thoughts. First, enlightenment for most of us is a process. Sure, there may be a big dramatic moment of insight, but life goes on. We learn over time not to be pulled into the drama of the ongoing world. Second, everyone is a specialist and has the honor of carrying and chopping their unique water and wood. In this way, we are all special, and we make each other special by our love and our devotion to our path. And finally, learn to be comfortable being ordinary. Ordinary means that life is flowing as it should. It means that all is well, that everything is in order. And if you get stuck, just take a breath and say this affirmation. Divine order prevails in all things, in all ways. Say it 3 times, and then pick up your bucket and your axe and go carry your water and chop your wood to the very best of your ability.
So I will be chopping my wood and carrying my water from a different perspective from now on. Thank you. Just want to let you know that next week I'll be speaking on I Am, our 2 most important words, the most powerful words. We'll have Reverend Deborah do the meditation. We'll have the music with Ann Roach and Soul Light Connection. And also just a reminder of the annual meeting at 1:15 today. And there'll be sandwiches if you want to stick around up until the meeting. And also make sure you fill out the feedback forms on the ministerial search. If you want prayer immediately after this service, the chaplains are available to pray with you, and they're wearing the white stoles, so look for one of the chaplains. They'll be in the courtyard, and if you have a challenge that you're going through or growing through, they'll help you see it from that higher perspective and help you rise to the point where you'll see nothing but divine solutions that are always there awaiting you. For those who are online that are new to Spiritual Life Center, would like to stay in contact with us, you can go to our website, slcworld.org, click the Connect button, and you'll have a card that you can fill out, and we'll keep you informed as to what's going on here at our center. But more importantly, or equally important, is anyone here for the first time? Any first-timers here today? Oh, keep your hand up nice and high. Thank you. Oh, yes. We appreciate you. Well, just know that we behold the magnificence that you are, and we affirm you on your path as to what that may be for you. We know it's for your highest and best, and we see you doing great things, so we appreciate your presence. For those who are online would like to support Spiritual Life Center with your gift or your offering, you can do so either texting SLC Love to 44321, that's SLC Love to 44321, or go to our website, slcworld.org, go to the Donate tab, and they'll give you other ways to give, including sending a check by mail if that's your preference. For those who are here, would like to give or have already given throughout the week, just know that you're in a flow of a spiritual principle that says that whatever you give out, it comes back to you, maybe from directions that you had not imagined, from places you never thought of before. And so with that awareness, as you take your gift or offering, or just see that the gift that's already been sent, know that you are in a flow of an abundant energy that says you are a magnificent expression of the divine, endowed with everything that you need, and whatever you need is coming towards you because it's already here. And so with that, let's affirm our offertory blessing together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. Thank you, God.
So, has anybody noticed that we have a Soul Light Connection OG here? John Gardiner.
OG,
Okay, do you know what OG stands for?
older guy.
Oh, works.
Okay.
Well,
Older.
the colloquialism is original gangster, but
I'll go with that.
Deborah thought it meant, oh God. Do we have any country fans in here? Okay. Well, I don't know if you know this, but Jesse has a specialty in some country styling. So he's joining us. All right, you guys ready?
You can travel the planet, dine with the king, memorize the commandments, but it won't mean a thing. Well, till you roll up your sleeves, get your hands in the dirt. There ain't a guru, no philosophy, gonna come and save you, friend, you're already free. As they say, the ball's in your court, get to work. If you're searching for enlightenment, you don't have to look too far to find it. Just spend today being a doer, not a talker. Chop wood, carry water. One transformation to forever be changed, but the real revelation, it all stays the same. Even the wisest of wise gets thirsty and cold. Well, in the end we all reap what we sow. Searching for enlightenment, you don't have to look too far to find it. Just spend today being a doer, not a talker. Chop wood, carry water.
The answer's in the action.
If you're searching for enlightenment, you don't have to look too far to find it. Just spend a day being a doer, not a talker. Just spend the day being a doer, not a talker. Chop wood, carry water. Chop wood, carry water.
Oh, thank you.
Chop wood, carry water. Good to have John Gardiner back. Like you never left. Jesse out here on the guitar showing his multi-talent. Chop wood, carry water. And thank you, everybody. Y'all are just awesome. And Paula up here, she's a hip hop artist now.
Oh, man.
Let's take this time to bless those who have blessed us with their gifts and their offerings. Knowing they're going to bless the givers as well as the receivers to help provide a place for those who are looking to grow, develop, and unfold in their own unique way, to carry their wood and chop wood, to carry the water in their own unique way. Because all of us have our unique ways of making our difference in the world. So we know that they're blessed as we are for their support. We also bless those who left their prayers in the prayer box today or throughout the week. For we're reminded that all of us have challenges from time to time. And there comes a moment where we can't figure out on our own wit, our own might, our own power, our own know-how. And in those moments, there's a presence that can never leave us or forsake us, that is eternal, that we can lean on to carry us through, to get us from where we are to the other side of the seeming challenge in which we face. Because we know that this presence is with us always and only knows divine and perfect spiritual solutions, and we become one with this presence, raise our vibration to be one with this presence, and see seeming miracles take place beyond our imagination. So we're grateful that we have the opportunity to let God be God in us, to see the possibilities where there seems to be no way out, but we know that with God there's always a way out. And for this, we are grateful and thankful that this is for us always, and we say so in the name and the nature of the Spirit of the living God. Amen. Amen. Let's join in as we affirm our prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, I am, and all is well. Let us sing our peace song. Hang around for some post-service music, fill out the evaluations form, and hang around for the annual meeting.
Oh,